Well, hello there, my dear children of the apocalypse. How are we doing today? Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome to the F2 Sabre gameplay. If I'm not mistaken, this video is in fact taken from a live stream a couple of weeks ago, and I'll talk a little bit more about the live streaming side of things in a bit. First things first though, this video, as the others uploaded in the month of December, are brought to you and sponsored proudly by the free Golden Eagles for War Thunder. So get your free app in the description down below. As you know, you have the code on the screen right now. You can use those different activities, or these different actions that have to be completed to earn yourself some free golden credits. So, video from a live stream. Why would I be showing you a video from a live stream? It's because this game was played probably before the fix. Now, I don't know if this has been fixed yet, but everybody knows the saber without half a wing is technically better than a saber with a wing. Yeah, I didn't know this. Well, obviously, I've faced sabers, right? I've given tips on how to go against sabers without half a wing, but I've never been in a position myself. And this was the game where it happened, and I got to sort of see the terror from, well, I guess from my own perspective, I was the terror. So it was a very, very interesting and a bit of a surreal experience. So yeah, I mentioned live streaming, and I have to get this out of the way because my brain's been sort of, well, it's in implode mode. I mean, so many different bits and bobs are going through it right now that I'm going to forget if I don't say it now. I haven't live streamed much, as you could probably tell, and considering that I'm using footage from a live stream from a couple of weeks ago, it should tell you just how actively I've been collecting footage as well. I haven't. So, haven't played the game much. I haven't played the game at all, actually. Haven't live streamed, except for this one stream I did do where we ended up talking for 2 hours. It was just me talking to the camera, and I very much thoroughly enjoyed it. And it brought back memories of Doom time. So the Q&A that I used to do, and I figured actually it was way better done on Twitch than it was on YouTube, because I figured, you know, the questions were not weeks or months old, they were practically seconds old, because you'd come into chat, you'd ask a question, I'd answer it almost immediately. So had a really lovely time with about 160 viewers or so. So it was very, very enjoyable. Now, the reason I mention this is because I've been very much inwoven into real life. In fact, so much so that gaming has sort of left that part of the brain that used to be occupied. I don't know how most people are, but I know that when I was still in high school, when I started playing War Thunder, I developed this sort of tingling sensation where coming home from school would almost be conditioned by then going and logging on to War Thunder. And things only got worse and worse and worse because as I was streaming, obviously I would stream 3 times a week for, I think it was 3 times a week for 3.5 hours. And 3 of those 3.5 hours was spent playing the game. For most people, it might have just looked like, oh, so that's 9 hours of playing the game per week. No, because I would play the game before streaming, I'd play the game while streaming, and also play the game after the stream had ended. And I was playing on all the days in between and making content on all the days in between. So I was basically on War Thunder for a very, very big portion of hours every single day. So lately, none of it. I've converted a lot of that energy that I had, that I used to spend gaming, to other parts of my life. For example, I've been spending the time I used to spend listening to music when I'm driving. My daily commute is about 1.5 hours now to my school, which is a perfect time to spend, just me relaxing, listening to some tunes. And the working out's made a big portion of that, and generally speaking, I spend less time gaming. Doesn't mean that I don't enjoy watching a bit of proper War Thunder content, even if it's a bit oldie-goldie. So here we go, I'm engaged by a MiG-19, I just killed a G91 R3, and game over, right? Alpha Charlie. We're in the beta, we just died. Or did we? This was the moment, because this is obviously happening on a stream, and the initial reaction is, oh, bummer, we've just cocked it up. But then I remembered, this thing's still flying, and it's an F2 Sabre, so, Charlie, I think we're coming back for you. And, it's not just that the plane's damaged. If you look at the bottom left corner, you'll see that, I think the central fuel tank is red. The inner left wing's also damaged. The pilot is roughly orange-ish, so he's probably pretty incompetent as well. This is a dealing scenario that a sabre should not be able to fly. No plane should be able to operate at this, state. I mean, if I was operating, I should be making it back to base barely. But as you can see, the plane is actually not struggling to fly at all. In fact, it's flying arguably better than it did beforehand. So I spot another G93 and just pilot snipe the living crap out of him, and then re-engage the F-86A, who gets shot down, and there's another F-35 who's flying without half a wing. Well, he used to be. And we're back up on the 6 of Charlie. Another plane just comes flying by, another G91, and I'm just sort of flabbergasted at this point, because, I was laughing at chat, and chat was laughing with me, and still getting shot by things. And really my focus was just, can we get Charlie? I really want to get Charlie, because Charlie bit my finger. This shouldn't be happening. But I'm not going to mention much about it because I don't know. I think they fixed something. Something about sabers was done recently. But again, since I haven't been up to date, doesn't matter. Been here, been there, done this, done that. And Charlie, oh boy, Charlie's about to get properly messed up. Yep. He also lost his right wing, but he's not making it back to base. He's going back to the hangar. This was, it was a bit of a surreal example of what an aircraft can do when it has a broken flight model. And it's fun. I can't complain about it. 85 Sabre. Yeah, we just managed to get a critical hit in there. So, very nicely done as well. 4 minutes of fuel left. 54 shells. I don't think I'm going to get the kill for the F-86. I think he gets killed by the MiG-17. He was also doing a very good job turning, so I was sort of struggling to keep up with him. Maybe we can make him crash, but for now, though, get the speed up. And, the Sabre gets finished off by someone else. I'm pretty sure that we get a kill assist for that, and we get 3 kills and 1 kill assist to wrap up the game. There we go. Skywalker's been eliminated, which leaves a MiG-17, and I think there was something else, maybe an F-100 that was flying around. And, they both end up crashing, so we'll just play the remainder of the video whilst I ramble on for a few things. Yeah, basically what I was rambling about previously was the sort of selective things that we tend to do in life. And I've noticed, this was a thing that I first noticed 2 years ago. 2 years ago when I quote-unquote quit War Thunder, and it started to show very, very positive outcome in terms of social capabilities. The general amount of stress was reduced. The general amount of thinking that was lapsing into the direction of battle ratings. Because I shit you not, there were days where I'd be sitting on the bus or, out with friends. It could be piss drunk in a club. And for whatever reason, my brain would be like, I actually don't get why the Panzer 4.5 had its battle rating reduced from 7.3 to 6. But little things like that make no sense. They were completely redundant, useless, dare I say, dumb thoughts, but they just sort of popped into my head. And recently I've not had any of those random, BR thought processes going through my lower cortex. So it's been quite relaxing. It was an F4 Phantom, in fact, not an F100. So have they even changed the BR? I don't even know. I don't even know if that thing's still the same BR. So try not to comment too much in the game. Give you just a rough understanding of what I was doing, because I'm a boomer, man. No longer used to this stuff. The new patch is coming out soon as well, which is 1.97. Is it 9.7 or 9.5? See, I don't even know that. I just know there's a bunch of Swedish things coming out, so that's great, I guess. Personally, low interest. Definitely will not be joining the dev service. I'm going to leave that to more successful YouTubers with regular uploads. I'm just going to wrap the video over here. I want to make a nice and short one, sort of throw it out there. We've got another 30 seconds to kill just to make it 10. I'm just kidding. I don't even make any revenue from YouTube, so who cares if it's 9 minutes and 50 seconds? Yeah. Hope you enjoy the video, and there'll be about 2 more that we'll upload in the month of December. Cheerio.